we are going to deform 13 animals the same way humans turned wolves into pugs. Each animal gets its own terrible upgrade, chosen because someone might call it cute, useful, rare, or profitable. Let us begin with the horse. This is a horse. It can run almost the moment it is born. Its long legs, strong feet, wide nose, and powerful heart all work together. So naturally, we are going to improve it. First, breed only the horses with the smallest hooves. Then choose the ones with the thinnest, longest legs. Finally, grow the mane until it drags across the ground like a wedding dress. After many generations, our new horse looks magical. It also looks nervous because one strong breeze could end its entire racing career. Those tiny hooves must now hold up half a ton. The thin legs place more strain on the bones, joints, and tendons. The giant mane tangles around the ankles, covers the eyes, and collects enough mud to start its own garden. The horse can still run. It just should not run fast, turn sharply, walk over rocks, or go anywhere with wind. But none of that matters. We wanted a fantasy horse, and we got one. We simply forgot that it had to live inside the fantasy. This sounds cruel, because the animal was built for our taste instead of its own needs. Yet humans have already done this. Not to horses exactly, but to dogs. Dogs came from an ancient wolf population. Much later, people began making different dog breeds. The rule was simple. If a dog had a feature people liked, that dog had puppies. Then humans picked the puppies with even more of that feature. Repeat this for many generations, and a small change can become huge. With pugs, people favored short faces, round heads, large eyes, wrinkled skin, compact bodies, and curled tails. Nobody changed one wolf into a pug. We changed a whole family line, one litter at a time. The body did not always keep up with the new shape. A very short skull can crowd soft tissue into the airway, making breathing and cooling harder. Large eyes sit more exposed and are easier to hurt. Deep skin folds can become sore or infected. Teeth still need space even when the jaw is smaller. Some curled tails can come with unusual spine bones. A pug is not bad, and loving one is not bad. The problem begins when a painful feature is rewarded because people think the feature looks cute. Now let us redesign the house cat. Buyers want a cat that looks like a kitten forever. So breeders choose the shortest legs, the largest eyes, and ears that fold tighter with every generation. The finished cat has feet hidden beneath its belly, eyes like glass marbles, and almost no visible ears. It photographs beautifully because standing still is its main skill. Short legs make high jumps harder and can place odd loads on the joints. Exposed eyes are easier to scratch. Tight, misshapen ears can lead to painful trouble and poor hearing. It is the perfect indoor cat, mostly because the stairs have become a major outdoor adventure. Rabbit shows need something new. Soft fur is common, long ears are common, so we combine both and push them far beyond common sense. Our rabbit has ears that trail behind it like two scarves and wool so long that its face disappears. The ears drag through water, dirt, and food. They are stepped on, cut, and easily infected. The coat traps heat, forms tight mats, and must be cleaned every day. Rabbits also clean themselves by licking. Swallowed hair can fill the gut and cause a dangerous blockage. We have created a cloud with ears. The cloud requires a full-time medical team. Next comes the kangaroo. One tail is useful, but two tails are twice as collectible. We somehow find a rare divided tail and breed for it, while also choosing shorter and shorter back legs. The final kangaroo has two thick tails, tiny hopping legs, and the proud stance of a broken wheelbarrow. A real kangaroo uses its tail for balance, and even pushes against the ground with it while walking. Two uneven tails could fight each other instead of helping. Short back legs would weaken each jump and place strange forces on the hips. It can no longer cross Australia, but it fits nicely beside the sofa. The sofa is getting crowded, so let us make a pet elephant. We begin with the smallest elephants. Then we keep the largest tusks, the biggest head, and the shortest trunk. The result is an elephant the size of a pony, carrying a head built for a truck. Its tusks scrape the floor and place extra weight on the skull. Its short trunk can no longer reach food, lift water, or explore the ground well. Its small legs must support a badly balanced front end. On the good side, it now fits inside a house, On the bad side, the house needs stronger floors, wider doors, and an elephant nurse. Our giraffe will not become smaller. That has already been done by the boring indoor elephant. Instead, we create the tallest animal that has ever needed a neck brace. We select the longest necks, the thinnest legs, and the smallest feet. Soon, its head is another floor above the rest of its body. A giraffe already needs special blood pressure to move blood up its neck. Making the neck much longer without safely changing the heart and blood vessels could become dangerous. Thin legs and tiny feet would also make balance harder. It can eat from the tallest tree. Getting back down is now the problem. Now we can improve the cow for profit. The new cow has shoulders and back legs packed with extra muscle, but breeders also choose a narrow waist and a smaller pelvis. More meat, less body that does not sell. It looks like a weightlifter wearing a belt 3 sizes too small. Real double-muscled cattle show why this can go wrong. Heavy muscles can add stress to movement and heat control. Large, muscular calves can also be hard to deliver. Our smaller pelvis makes birth even more dangerous. We have raised the amount of beef per cow. We have also turned being born into the hardest job on the farm. The chicken receives the fastest redesign because waiting costs money. We select birds that grow huge breasts at high speed. Then we shorten the legs and shrink the wings so more of the body becomes the part people buy. Within weeks, the bird has the chest of a bodybuilder, the legs of a toy, and wings that look painted on. Its bones and heart must keep up with very fast growth. Walking becomes harder as the breast gets heavier. Flying is gone. Even normal bird actions can become difficult. It is extremely good at becoming food, which is convenient because being a chicken has become exhausting. The eagle is not designed for food. It is designed for expensive photographs. We make its hooked beak twice as long and its wings short and round, like 2 hand fans. The giant beak looks powerful but becomes heavy and awkward. Tearing food or feeding a chick would take careful work. Short wings cannot lift the same body or hold it in the air for long. A real eagle uses broad wings to soar while saving energy. Ours saves even more energy by never leaving the branch. It is still called a sky king. The sky is simply no longer part of the job. For the dolphin, people want a bigger smile and a smoother body. We stretch the beak forward, add more exposed teeth, and shrink both side fins until they look decorative. Now it smiles from one side of the pool to the other. The long, narrow jaw would be easier to injure and harder to move through water. Small fins would make turning and steering difficult. A reduced top fin could also hurt stability. The dolphin can swim forward, but every corner becomes a meeting. Tourists love the smile. Nobody asks why the smiling animal keeps crashing into the wall. The cheetah is already fast, but already fast is not useful in advertising. Breeders select longer legs, a thinner waist, and a shorter tail so the animal looks even faster in profile. The result resembles 4 stilts carrying a spotted ribbon. Longer, thinner bones would face greater force with every step. The tiny waist leaves less room for the powerful organs and muscles used during a sprint. Worst of all, a cheetah uses its long tail like a rudder when turning. Our short-tailed version can reach an amazing speed. It just cannot choose where that speed is going. People also want a polar bear that stays baby-sized. We choose smaller bodies, shorter legs, and the thickest, longest fur. Soon we have a white bear that looks like a walking snowball. Polar bears already have 2 fur layers and body fat made for deep cold. They can worry more about getting too hot than getting too cold. Extra fur makes that worse. Short legs and tiny paws would also weaken its swimming and make deep snow harder to cross. The perfect little snow pet must live beside a powerful air conditioner. Please do not unplug the Arctic. Finally, we reach the tortoise. Its shell is not round enough for social media, so we breed a shell shaped like a perfect ball. Then we add a very long neck and tiny legs, giving it the body of a helmet with 4 pencils attached. A tortoise shell is part of its skeleton. The ribs are built into it, and special muscles help it breathe. A badly changed shell could crowd the lungs and other organs. The long neck may no longer pull safely inside, while the tiny legs drag the new ball across the ground. It will live slowly, which is useful because everything now hurts slowly. Why would anyone make these animals? For the same reasons humans have changed animals before. One looks cute, one makes more meat, one wins a prize, one becomes rare. and rare means expensive. Breeders do not need to plan the final disaster. They only need to reward the most extreme animal today, then do it again tomorrow. Each generation may look only a little stranger than the last. By the time the harm seems normal, changing back can feel like destroying the breed instead of repairing it. Think about the cat again. Imagine it is your cat. It knows your voice, waits near your door, and sleeps beside you. Now imagine that it cannot hear you well, cannot jump onto the bed, and keeps hurting its giant eyes. You would not love it less. You would probably love it more because it needed help. But love after an animal is born cannot make harmful breeding fair. Caring for the victim does not excuse creating the next victim with the same problems. None of these animals asked to become cuter, rarer, larger, smaller, or easier to sell. They already had bodies shaped by millions of years of survival. Nature does not make perfect animals, but it usually punishes a body that cannot breathe, move, eat, mate, or give birth. Human breeding can remove that test. We can protect an animal from the cost long enough to breed the same problem again. That power can create guide dogs, healthy farm animals, and stronger pets. It can also create suffering with a cute name and a high price. So look back at our horse. Tiny feet, glass-thin legs, and hair dragging through the dirt. Most people would see the problem at once. The horse is not ugly. It is not broken because it failed. It was designed to fail because someone liked the design. If doing that to a horse, cat, eagle, or elephant feels cruel, then doing it to a dog should not become normal just because we recognize the shape. A pug does not need less love. It needs humans to love dogs more than we love the idea of what a dog should look like.